Alright, here we got our Beetle. And what happened? It's on the ground. Here's the front axle. We got the chassis laying on its back. Boy, had a bunch of stuff to do. This was rotted out. That goes on the bottom of the tunnel. That's your frame head base, and that wasn't looking so great either. Definitely get yourself one of them spot weld cutters. It's worth the money, and I'm gonna die. So, here's the repair that I put in. This is just a flat piece of metal. Back here, I tried to bend this up a little bit because this has a curve. I don't know if you can really tell or not, but it does. Yeah, well, yeah, look at that thing. And that's the way it's supposed to be curved, and that's the way it is. That's the inside of your tunnel there, up in the front. And it doesn't look the greatest, but I'm going to use it anyhow. Because this thing was running, I mean, it's a 71, and it was running in all kinds of weather and road salt and bullshit, so if I just keep it out of the road salt, it should be okay. Now I'm wondering, how the hell do I paint back in here? Because, as you can see, the welder burned off a lot of paint on the outside, and probably the inside too. But here was the old piece. Definitely get one of them spot weld cutters. I made that a hell of a lot easier. But you can see this was shot. Originally, I had holes drilled in this thing all along the edge here, but I'm working with a 110 MIG welder, and that just wouldn't, for some reason, I wanted to plug weld it, and it wouldn't bite down into there and make them stick, so I had to zip the holes off with a cutting wheel on my grinder, and I just welded along the seam. And I stop my welds every so often, that way in case one fails, hopefully it don't go all the way down the line. Oh, what else? And we got this frame head based panel, whatever the hell thing here, and it's sort of a lousy fit. Not here, I expected that, because this piece of metal doesn't have the curve, it's flat. I'm gonna notch out right here and here, hammer that flat, then weld them closed again, and then weld along here. These corners right here, I think I'm gonna beat this back a little bit with a hammer, so that'll come up closer. You can see there's a nice gap there. But my main problem with this, I got a big old freaking half-inch gap right here. I'm not quite sure what to do about that. I'll figure something out when the time comes, I guess. But I doubt this piece was made off of original tooling. What I'm thinking is, my personal theory is that maybe you got something like a 65 Beetle on one side and a 73 over here, and they're both kind of a little bit different. So what these guys did was made a piece that's in between the two of them, that would kind of fit a 65 and would kind of fit a 73. I forget the last year for standard Beetles, when they were all supers, I forget, but I think you'll understand what I'm talking about. And if not, screw you. After I get that thing on, that has to be at a set measurement. That has to be at 65 inches from this corner to right here. And then after that's on and in place, then I can cut these hangers off, these things here, because my new floor pans already have them on. And then this front chassis support, or body support, or whatever the frick you want to call it, that goes on once the chassis has been flipped back over. And hell, yeah, I'll be busy on this chassis for a little while. And then once the floor pans are in, I get to start on this. That should be a lot of fun. Yeah, lovely.